Okay guys, thank you for watching. In the video today we have Xbox, which has its own rip-off version of God of War. Call of Duty loses 50 million players in 1 year. We have an update on SpiderMan coming to PC, and Elden Ring YouTube views smashes GTA5 and RDR2 views in 60 days. Before I move on, do me a favor guys, hit the subscribe, like and bell buttons. Links to the articles down below in the description if you want to read later. So looking at the first article, it goes on to say that Xbox Store has its own awful God of War ripoff called War Gods Zeus of Child. War Gods Zeus of Child is a rubbish looking ripoff of Sony's God of War series. It's now available to buy in the Xbox Store for $3.39. That's £3.39, £3.39. Just take that in for a moment and try to anticipate what kind of game you're going to get for it. Just make sure you don't go anywhere near it. There's been plenty of people who've played the game, but the folks at Eurogamer snapped it up, gave it a go, and unsurprisingly, it is absolutely awful. Essentially, you control a Kratos imposter and mash away at enemies in an arena until you either die or simply can't stand up anymore. The game War Gods Zeus of Child was developed in Unity, and it's about as cheap as cheerful as rip-offs come. Kratos doesn't have an animation for walking backwards. Instead, he simply glides backwards. There's no music or meaningful sound effects, and you can simply easily go out of bounds and break the game. The game is actually part of Xbox Creators Collection, which allows titles to be distributed without certification or approval from Microsoft, just as well because this thing never would have actually made it out the door otherwise. I mean, it just looks pathetic, and it's a pathetic attempt to jump on the PS5 masterpiece of God of War Ragnarok and the attempt to jump on that bandwagon. In fact, it's so pathetic it doesn't even deserve any more of our time. Swiftly moving on to our next piece here. This article goes on to say that the Call of Duty series has now lost more than 50 million players in a single year. The Call of Duty franchise looks to be losing a bit of steam as more than 50 million players have abandoned the first-person shooter series over the past year, and that's according to a new report. The latest financial results from publisher Activision Blizzard reveal that the multi-million-dollar selling franchise has witnessed a 3-year low player engagement in the last quarter, dipping below 100 million players over the last 12 months. The news comes following Activision's confirmation that Call of Duty franchises will receive premium content in 2023, which comes amidst report that there won't be a full-scale entry in the franchise next year. Looking ahead, Activision has 2 major releases planned for this year. First, there's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and that's coming out on October the 28th. And following this, there will be Call of Duty Warzone 2, which doesn't have a release date, but is planned to ship soon after Modern Warfare 2. It's a bit of a concern for the Call of Duty team. A 3-year low of more than 50 million players lost is massive. That's a massive slap in the face to Activision for regurgitating the same crap every year. It's literally the same game with hardly any changes and minimalistic tweaks every bloody year. I used to love Call of Duty. It used to be one of my go-to games, but I got bored of it. It needs a revamp and it needs fresh ideas. I hope the loss of 50 million players is a slap in the face that Activision needs for it to reboot or reignite the franchise. It certainly needs it. Moving on to the next piece here, the upcoming PC release of Insomniac's Marvel's Spider-Man is officially Steam Deck verified. That's now been announced by Insomniac. The news was simply tweeted out from the developer's official account, but it's a question that's likely been on many a Steam Deck owner's mind. Spider-Man remains one of the best superhero games we've gotten in recent times, and being able to take it on the go is now a massive thing. It should also be pointed out that every other major PlayStation game which has been ported over to the PC, and this includes Days Gone, God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn, they're all verified for Steam Deck, so it's good to see Spider-Man follow suit. Now, how it will run actually on the Steam Deck is a different story, and one that many players will have to discover for themselves when it releases on Steam. We've also got a bit of an update on a price change for Spider-Man, and this article goes on to say that Spider-Man is the latest PlayStation console exclusive heading to PC, but if you're eager to get your hands on the game at launch, you'll have to pre-order a second time thanks to a price change on Steam. Now, customers in Australia, Israel, New Zealand, Norway, Poland, Switzerland and the UK will have to pre-order again, as the price, which was originally listed at $54.99, is down to $49.99. Bonus. So a saving of £5. Well done PlayStation and well done Steam. Moving on to our next piece. From Software's critically acclaimed Elden Ring is now proven a massive success on YouTube. This now has over 3.4 billion views in 60 days. And that beat Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 in the process. Now take that in and consider how long Red Dead and Grand Theft Auto 5 have been hanging around on YouTube. Okay, take that in. 3.4 billion views in 60 days. In addition to topping Rockstar Games' open world juggernauts, Elden Ring also eclipses the YouTube efforts of Super Mario Odyssey, The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and The Elder Scrolls Skyrim. YouTube also offered a few more details in regards to Elden Ring's popularity, with Margit the Fell Omen coming out as the most popular boss amongst viewers, probably because he's such a tough sod to take down, so people are looking for walkthroughs. Beyond Margit, Melina, Blade of Muquila, was also popular amongst viewers, who is widely considered to be the toughest boss in Elden Ring. Meanwhile, Samurai class was listed as the most popular class in the game in terms of upload gameplay footage. Well, I couldn't have imagined so many views on YouTube for a game like Elden Ring. That number of 3.4 billion is just crazy. Anyway guys, that's going to do it for the video. Do me a favor on the way out, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and don't forget to hit the bell notification icon.